There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm guys going to talk to you about my favorite things that was released during the Investor Day from Disney. So this is not going to be a play-by-play on everything that was announced. Just going to tell you on some of the announcements that I found on my radar. So to see some more videos, you can hit that subscribe button and that like button to stay up to date for whenever I post. And you can follow my socials to stay up to date. So, starting off from Lucasfilms. The first thing that surprised me is an Ahsoka series that Lucasfilm is going to develop from Disney Plus, as well as another show that Disney was creating, and that is an Obi-Wan centered series with Ewan McGregor coming back from the films. But not only Ewan's returning, but Christian Anderson is coming back as young Darth Vader in this show. And of course, the last thing from Star Wars that interests me is a new movie that's coming out in 2023, and that is Rogue Squadron. This is going to be a new movie directed with the only Patty Jenkins from Wonder Woman's fame. This movie is going to be released Christmas of 2023, and I'm so excited to see that film.
Breaking news, this is a new series coming to Disney Plus.
So, from Walt Disney Studios, we got Hocus Pocus 2. The high underrated Halloween movie is finally gonna get a sequel. After 2 decades later, they're finally making a sequel. Some of the cast are returning to their iconic roles in this movie, and it's also gonna be a Disney Plus exclusive. Now the next movie that's on my radar, it's the reboot of Cheaper by the Dozen. So those who enjoy the 2000 movies with Steve Martin, sadly he's not coming back. The next up on my list is a new animated series exclusively for Disney Plus, and that is A Night at the Museum animated show. The next movie on my list I want to include is Jungle Cruise. So Jungle Cruise has wrapped filming. The movie's been done filming, but due to pandemic reasons and scheduling conflicts, this movie was not able to release in theaters. But this movie will finally be releasing theaters, hopefully in July 2021. Okay, so when Jon Favreau decided to make The Lion King, everyone was happy. But then we saw the movie and it wasn't that great. Well, it turns out that movie had enough of success that they decided to make a prequel movie of The Lion King revolving Mufasa. That's kind of weird, but it could work because there's a lot of possibilities between Mufasa and Scar when they were younger. Next up, it's an official confirmation of the Little Mermaid live action movie. This movie has a great cast. Now, this movie is going to be really fun, and you can see during the panel they released the entire cast with Halle Berry as our Ariel and Mermaid, and Melissa McCarthy as her rival and antagonist, Ursula. This is going to be a great movie. I know Disney has been making great films with the remakes, live action remakes, and this is going to be the next remake. The next film I want to talk about is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. This movie is finally getting a live action film exclusively on Disney Plus, which will release on spring of 2022. And I haven't watched the show when I was a kid, but due to Disney Plus I've been watching the show, and it's a lot of fun, so I'm excited to see this movie. Now the next movie that I'm talking about is finally a Pinocchio movie. Now this movie has been in the works for a really long time, but now this movie has sort of a little bit movement. We finally got cast of Geppetto, and Geppetto is going to be played by none other than Tom Hanks. So having Tom Hanks being attached to a Disney project, that caught my attention. So I'm really excited for Pinocchio. I don't really like the animated movie, but I hope that this remake is going to be a lot of fun. The next project that's got my interest is a new Peter Pan interpretation, and that is Peter Pan and Wendy, which is also going to be on Disney Plus with Jude Law as Captain Hook. With all these attempts, but I gotta say, the best Captain Hook that I've seen and the best Peter Pan storyline that I've seen is their interpretation of Once Upon a Time. Now, after like a decade, this next movie is finally making a sequel, which you guys remember Enchanted. Disney has finally confirmed that a sequel is still in the works, and the name of the Enchanted sequel is Disenchanted, with Amy Adams reprising her role. Now, the final project from Disney, and that's in the works right now, and that is Cruella. Now, this movie, as they said, is that it's going to be a prequel to Cruella de Vil, and Emma Stone is going to take the mantle of Cruella de Vil in this new film, which will release in 2021. Now, the next section that we're talking about is Walt Disney Animation. This section has a lot of great shows. First off, Raya and the Last Dragon will hit both theaters and Disney Access on March 5th of 2021. Now, this movie is going to be released both early access and on theaters simultaneously. So I think most of these films are going to be in cinemas and on Disney Plus if they decide that it's appropriate to do so. Now, this has been the best news that I've heard, and that is the next animated film is Encanto, which is the newest animated film that's going to be releasing in theaters next year on November 24th. So by Thanksgiving Day, we finally can see the first Colombian animated movie from Disney, which I'm saying right now, this movie is going to be the best animated movie that's going to hit $1 billion. Because the last time Disney did that was with Coco. That movie blew up everyone. This movie won an Oscar for Best Animated Movie, and by the looks of it, Encanto will be the next Coco that's going to win an Oscars. Now, the next group of movies is going to be spin-offs of series from other movies. So let's go to run this quick. The next TV series that is Baymax. This show we're going to see Baymax interacting with different people and trying to help them. Because originally Baymax was meant to be a nurse. When you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So this show is going to be Baymax going around to San Francisco to see if people need their help. The next show that we're going to have is Zootopia Plus, which is another mini-series based on Zootopia characters. This Zootopia Plus is going to be about different characters' lives. So remember Dash from Zootopia? We're going to have an episode dedicated to him. Then we're going to have one with Giselle, and so far. So far, most of the series are going to be releasing in 2022. The next series that we have is Tiana and Moana, the series. So Tiana is going to be technically a sequel to the Princess and the Frog film, which will focus on Tiana's adventures as a princess. And that series is going to be releasing exclusively on Disney Plus on 2023. But she's not the only princess that's going to have her own show, but Moana will also going to have her show coming in 2023. Soul is finally hitting theaters this Christmas on Disney Plus for free, which is a plus because the last time a Disney project came out, it was Mulan, which was early access, and we also have a new short called Borrow, which will also release on this Christmas. But with all this announcement that Pixar, what really caught my interest is a new movie from the Toy Story universe, and that is Lightyear. And pretty much this movie is going to be about the first Buzz Lightyear in existence. It's going to be the first human that was influenced by the Buzz Lightyear toy that we know and love, voiced by Tim Allen. So with this version of Buzz Lightyear, it's going to be a human. And don't forget, the former Captain America himself, Chris Evans, is going to be voicing Buzz Lightyear in this new animated movie, which this has been my most anticipated announcement from Pixar Animation. I'm looking forward to it. Toy Story has a soft spot in my heart. I watched all of the movies, I enjoyed all of the films. So I'm not saying everything to save time. I'm gonna leave the link to the entire list down in the description box below so you guys can look at it. Let's talk about what we really are, and that is the entire Marvel's Phase 4 slate. So the last time we saw Marvel Studios is that they ended their Phase 3 slate with Spider-Man Far From Home. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, they had to delay Phase 4 to next year. By the look of it, 2021 is going to be Marvel's year. So let's just see what Marvel has to offer. So let's get started with Marvel Studios panel. Now starting off on 2021, we can have 3 Disney Plus exclusive miniseries from January all the way to May. But we're gonna have our first show, Disney Plus exclusive miniseries, and that is WandaVision. It's finally making their way to Disney Plus on January 15th. And by the looks of it, WandaVision is going to be heavily impacted with Doctor Strange 2 because Wanda is going to appear in Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness. We finally have a release date and a poster for The Falcon and Winter Soldier. This show is going to be releasing March 19th. So as soon as WandaVision ends, we're going to go straight into The Falcon and Winter Soldier as the next Marvel project. This is a show that I'm really excited to see because Captain America was my favorite Avenger. So as soon as The Falcon and Winter Soldier ends, we can have a Loki series consisting of maybe 6 episodes. That show is releasing in May. By the looks of the trailer, it's going to be really well. And yeah, the show really has my interest because I know nothing about this series. I just know that it's going to be Loki in a 2 different time period from our main timeline. The next series that we have is going to be our first anime show, and that is What If. So it's going to be a 23 episode anime series featuring what if scenarios on different moments in Infinity Saga. This show is going to release in summer. Sometime in summer, this show is going to be released, and I'm so excited. This has been the most interesting anime show that's been released. Now, coming late 2021, we finally have confirmation that Ms. Marvel is finally getting her own show. Now, we're finally getting confirmation that Armin Milani is going to be portraying our heroine Ms. Marvel in this new show, and she's not only going to appear in Ms. Marvel, but it's been confirmed that Ms. Marvel will also appear in Captain Marvel 2. Now, the next show is Hawkeye. This show is about Clint and her protege, which we now know that is Hailey Steinfeld, and this show is about those two in adventures, and this show is coming in late 2021. I tell you, like, Marvel had the drought in 2020, but they're coming strong in 2021. I'm gonna be really busy next year. Now, the next show we have is She-Hulk. Now, I'm assuming we're getting the show because Mark Ruffalo is retiring as the Hulk, possibly, so that's why we're getting She-Hulk as a new show. And we finally know who is going to be She-Hulk. We now know that Tiana Miss Laney is portraying our Jennifer Walters She-Hulk. But she's not the only new face we're going to see. We're also going to have some familiar faces in the MCU reprising their roles in the show. That is, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is making an appearance in the show, as well as Abomination from the Incredible Hulk film. And also, we can have a new show, and that is Moon Knight. We have no confirmation on when the show is coming or who Moon Knight is, but we know Moonheart is gonna be another Disney Plus exclusive series. The next show that we're talking about that they finally announced, and that is Secret Invasion. And this show is about, like how the name say it, it's gonna be a secret invasion with Nick Fury returning, and of course Talos from the Captain Marvel film. They're both coming back to Secret Invasion due to who knows what. They haven't announced this, they just said that this movie's gonna come out. Now sadly, past year we saw the fall of Iron Man Tony Stark in his heroic act saving the universe, but a new Iron character has come up here, and that is Ironheart. Now she's finally gonna have her own show, and we already know who she is. Riri Williams is gonna be portrayed by Dominique Thorne, and this show is still unannounced, but it's gonna be another Disney Plus exclusive show. Now the next Guardians movie, we know that it's gonna be in 2023, but in holiday 2022, James Gunn is re-teaming up with the Guardians to make a holiday special. Another Guardians project that Disney Plus announced, and that is I Am Groot, which just like Forky asked us question, this I Am Groot is going to be another Groot short. Our first phase 4 theatrical film, which is coming out on my birthday, May 7th, and that is Black Widow. The next movie that we have is Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. I still don't know nothing about this movie, but this movie is releasing in theaters July 9th. The next movie that we have is Eternals, releasing on November 5th, which with this cast is mind-blowing. Now that ends 2021, but in 2022 we're gonna have a sequel to Doctor Strange 2, Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, with our director from Spider-Man fame, Sam Raimi, is directing this movie, releasing March 25th. So mark your calendars for March 25th for Doctor Strange 2. Now the next film on the list is going to be the sequel to Thor, and that is Thor: Love and Thunder, which they finally announced that this movie is releasing May 6, 2022. But a mysterious character that was cast is Christian Bale. Christian Bale was cast in Thor: Love and Thunder, and now we know who he's gonna be. He's gonna be playing the villain of the film, which is Gore the God Butcher. Now, following Thor on 2022, coming out in July of that year, is gonna be the sequel to Black Panther. But sadly, Chadwick Boseman isn't gonna be in this movie, but they're finally making a Black Panther 2 with Shuri as the Black Panther. This isn't confirmed, but it's my speculation that is Shuri is gonna be the next Black Panther, because Shuri is the second Black Panther after T'Challa left. So I'm assuming the honorable thing to do is to go to that route, but this movie is going to be releasing July 8th of 2022. Blade is still in the works. Now Captain America 2 got a new director, and they are Nia DaCosta with Ms. Marvel. Oh, and Captain Marvel is releasing November 11th of 2022. And we have confirmation that Ant-Man is going to end its trilogy with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. 2023, we finally gonna see our final Guardians movie with this team. I'm saying that James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is releasing in 2023. But that's not the end of the Marvel panel. Oh no! Kevin Feige surprised us all with this next announcement, and that is Marvel Studios is finally making a Fantastic Four film. This movie is officially in the works. We don't know who the Fantastic Four are.
Breaking news, this is a new series coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's it of the Marvel Studios panel. So originally I wanted to make this its own video, but I decided to recap the entire Disney Investor Day meeting. Now for Disney Television, we have The Mighty Ducks is finally returning for a fourth film or third film, I'm not sure, and that is The Mighty Ducks Game Changers, which that movie is going to come out next year. Then we have the remake of Turner and Hooch coming in 2021. But what caught my attention is that they're making a Beauty and the Beast prequel show based on LeFou and Gus Dawn. So we're gonna have Luke Evans and Josh Gad reprising their roles for this prequel spin-off of Beauty and the Beast. We still don't know what the title, but it'll be an exclusive on Disney Plus. But what got me the most hype about is that Rick Riordan is teaming up with Disney to make a faithful adaptation of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This new show is going to be as good or even better than those mediocre films because Rick Riordan, the author of those books, is heavily involved with the show. So I have complete faith of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And that's it. That's all of the movies and shows from the Disney Investor Day meeting announcements. This video is going to be long, but you know, it's worth it. There's a lot to talk about, especially with the Marvel panel. There's a lot to talk about. Kanto is still one of my high hopes movies to watch. You know, that movie has my curiosity by the premise alone. If you enjoy what I do, you can hit that subscribe button and bell to get notified for whenever I post. And you can give me that like button to show that you guys enjoy this type of videos and news. And you can follow my socials to stay up to date for whenever I post. And some questions and ideas, because sometimes I ask questions on what videos you guys think I should make next. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.